You don't have to fight to be safe. The absolutely trustworthy is seated at our hearts, working through our hands, predominating in all our being. Reside at the center of this circle. This circle. Drop down to your heart center. Trust yourself and the unfolding. Be steady in the not knowing. I am right where and when I am meant to be, and so are you. Welcome to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for your one wild and precious life. This sound meditation series is about renewable caring, caregiving of yourself, your others, and the world, to be better gardeners of our one wild and precious life, this one. It's brought to you by myself, Reverend Eleesabeth Hager, and San Francisco Unity. I'm titling it, today's theme, The Unfolding and the Knuckleheads. Drum roll. So I'm going to talk for a few minutes. We're going to set an intention, and then we'll begin the meditation. I decided on this theme this morning because I was having a conflict with a business associate, and it seems to be chronic. As my grandmother would say, this someone gets their knickers in a twist pretty much every time I see him. He has an issue with me. And it's troubling. It troubles my world. My responses to date have not healed it. Compromise does not seem to work. I experience this someone as a bully, which makes me want to fight him. Not literally, but I want to prove that I'm right so I can be safe. But as many synchronous sources have told me recently, I don't have to fight to be safe. Safety and trust are in my control by declaring divine order. This is not a early spiritual lesson. This is a black belt spiritual lesson to declare divine order no matter what. DailyWd said this last week about divine order. I declare divine order knowing all is well. It is the first and last affirmation I do in prayer. That's interesting. My job is to pray and trust that the highest and best good of all concerned is manifesting in an orderly fashion. Answers will come in perfect timing. Spirit is within me and within everyone. That's a big one too. Divine order is present in every person in all situations. I am at peace with what is and what will be. Divine order is unfolding. My response to conflict is first to affirm divine order. And this lays the critical ground of perspective. And perspective is the most valuable thing that you can get to allows you to stand in your truth. Not giving in, not being a wimp, but appropriately standing in your truth. But at a higher perspective, at a higher truth. At my center, it allows me to listen. I know this, the world is designed to trigger what has not yet been healed. So it could be, feed me, feedback is happening. We are all learning, and we are all knuckleheads until we do. That's pretty humbling. From my book, Rule number 30, Feed Me Feedback, is also not a beginner's rule. It's the second to the last one. And this is a quote from the book. We are not made to do this alone. We need our fellow passengers, our time-traveling shipmates, to help us refine the implementations of our dreams. This is the basis of all innovation. It's what makes the Golden State gold and the Pacific Northwest green, because we don't do great things alone. We need each other. It's about being able to and willing to try again, to grow and be better from information received. Just because I listen to advice doesn't mean I take it or that they're right. But it could be the key to discovering something wonderful. Feedback is, of course, easier if it's tactful to accept, but even if it's unskillful, if it lands on the fertile adult soil of willingness, it can be course-correcting. You can pivot. Changing how a dream looks or starting again from scratch may be the quickest and best way to get to where you want to be. It is the difference between persistence and stubbornness, which can look a lot alike. I lost many years not receiving feedback well. It's not really about who's right and who's wrong. It's about staying in relationship with who and what disturbs you, or not. It could be that the best response is to let the situation or the person go. And then you become feed me feedback to them, for them, if they are listening, which is not really my business or your business. The Tao Te Ching says this, number 29. The master sees things as they are, without trying to control them. She lets them go their own way and resides at the center of the circle. And a couple of thousand years later, in the 1800s, Ralph Waldo Emerson said this in Self-Reliance. Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string. Accept the place the divine providence has found for you, the society of your contemporaries, the connection of events. Great women and men believe that the absolutely trustworthy is seated at their heart, working through their hands and predominating in all their being. So let's set an intention today to trust the unfolding. What is your intention around that? Or even to accept the knuckleheads in your life. What's coming up or in the way of accepting that feedback? Let's take 3 bells to consider that, and then we'll begin. And we begin. Let's take a breath. Breathe in gratitude through your heart. Breathe it in. And exhale. Letting go of all that is not yours to do in this moment. Breath is medicine. Let's take another breath of medicine. Breathe it in through the heart. Breathe it in. And exhale. Is there any place in you that needs a little bit extra kindness today? Send your breath there. We also use sound in this meditation. Sound is medicine. Sound comes in through the right brain and sort of slips underneath the words. place in your body that needs a little more love and attention today. Any place that's aching or longing for some understanding. And finally, we use the power of gratitude to supercharge both breath and sound. Gratitude is, as the neuroscientists say, uptake your dopamine and your serotonin as well or better than most antidepressants on the market. Let's breathe in gratitude, whatever lights you up today. What are you grateful for? Breathe it in through your heart. Breathe it in from your belly to your chest to your throat. Hold it. Let it light you up. Let it light you up. And exhale. Exhale all that is not yours to do in this moment. And now let's begin to drop down to the peaceful place that always waits for you. The unconditional love that waits in your heart center. That place of divine order. That place that has no knuckleheads. We've left them all behind. Even our own. Let's drop down. All the discomfort behind, dropping down to peace, to understanding, to spirit, leaving all the stories behind, the ones that are serving us and the ones that are not serving us. Breath, renew your intention. Allow the unfolding. And if you find yourself drifting into some whodunit, gather yourself back to center. Drop down. Do yourself a favor. Hang out with spirit. You don't have to fight to be safe. The absolutely trustworthy is seated at our hearts, working through our hands, predominating in all our being. Reside at the center of this circle. Drop down. Trust yourself and the unfolding. Be steady in the not knowing. We are right where and when we are meant to be. Reside at the center of this circle. Drop down. Trust the unfolding. You are right where you are meant to be. You don't have to fight to be safe. The absolutely trustworthy is seated at our hearts, working through our hands, predominating in all our being. Reside at the center of this circle. Trust yourself. Be steady in the not knowing. And know that you are right where and when you are meant to be. We remember this place of perfect unfolding, this place of peace, our own heart center, this place where we realign and we reaffirm divine instinct, where we reset with each breath so that we can be the light to others, and where we allow this infinite process to simply do its perfect work in us and through us and by us, because we are the gardeners of our lives. We remember this ground of being, and so it is. aspire today to stay in balance, and I hope that I have offered you and your inner knucklehead some inspiration to do the same, and to stay open to the web of possibilities for renewal, and to receive the nourishment within which we all vibrate, and to bloom as wise gardeners of our lives and of this world, and so to grow a life of courage and kindness and honor. The ending poem is from St. Francis of Assisi. It's called Like Roots. Our hands imbibe like roots, so I place them on what is beautiful in this world, and I fold them in prayer, and they draw from the heavens light. Thank you to all of those of you who have joined me here today, and those of you that will join later on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you for subscribing to these meditations on YouTube, and to my monthly writings on my website, Taking Care Resilience News, and to those who have purchased my book. It is lovely to be seen, and it's lovely to be heard. A free book and audiobook will be coming out soon, and you will get it automatically when you are signed up at emhager.com. My thanks to Mary Oliver for her line from The Summer Day, My One Wild and Precious Life. My thanks to San Francisco Unity for the invitation to practice as my highest self. I invite you to do that today. We need your voice. Blessings on your day. Thank you.